walk us through like one of the examples you have applying this concept.
Like it gets really crazy, not to shortcut here, but it gets really crazy when you think that every one of those officers can hold any one of the tools to solve a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You now have a multivariate sort of potential here that is profound. But I put a couple of mentoring examples because, again, this isn't just for your own work. This begins, if you internalize this framework, if you re-operationalize this process and turn it into behavior, it also turns into a valid mentoring protocol, which is vital, as vital to the conversation as any of the rest of it. So what you do is this, right? You follow that ARAA sequence when you're having an experience of some kind, and you really want to begin that analysis phase. That's when you break out your aprons. That's when you say, okay, I don't know why I fly off the handle every time something in my house wasn't where I left it.
Okay.
Nobody's ever had that problem, right?
Right.
No one who's had kids or a spouse has ever had that problem,
that
for
move
sure.
our stuff in the middle of the night.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and not to replicate who moved my cheese, but like this is a thing that happens. So, you then find yourself having an experience. I am upset. Can I connect the upset to the event? First things first, right? That's where awareness really kicks in, right? Is what I'm experiencing right now a reaction to a thing? Oh, yeah, every time this happens, I feel this way. Cool. This is great. Could you imagine the insights, right? Like now I can go, well, now every time I have this feeling and I recognize it's caused by a sense of powerlessness or a sense of, discomfort or ambiguity or any other kind of thing, now I can go grab the rest of the tools at my disposal as a Freemason. So I know that's not a cohesive example, but let's carry it through a little bit. So I've got I left my my drill in the place it always is. Somebody else has moved my drill, and now I am really frustrated. And so I have a series of options here. The only behavior I can control is my own, and I don't want to create scorched earth amongst the people around me. I could fly off the handle and get what I wanted, which is my drill back where it belongs, but that's going to potentially have long-term negative consequence. I'm going to damage relationships that are really important to me. This is, again, where you're going to go through that process. So what do? Okay, let me go grab the apron. Let's start with the secretaries. I'm upset. Why am I upset? Am I upset because the thing isn't where it's supposed to be? Well, no, probably not, right? I'm probably upset because it feels like people don't respect me enough to help maintain the environment I've set up. Or that may not be your jam. You might be upset. Again, the secretary's apron is going to help with this. Why am I really upset? Like, maybe I'm upset because I have tried to bring this up in the past with the people in the house, and they don't value me enough. Listen for the misdiagnosis here. They don't value me enough to take care of my stuff, right? So then you say, okay, well, wait a minute. There's something to that. That's a misdiagnosis, right? I am conflating the fact that my drill's not where it belongs with they don't love me. What apron do I need to put on next to unprogram that conversation? Okay, so maybe it's the treasurer's apron. Hey, what evidence do I have? What's the impact here of not putting the drill back? Right. Well, maybe they were in a hurry. Oh, well, crap. Now, do I need to turn every time somebody else is in a hurry into they don't love me anymore? Right. Like that's right. A problem. Again, the examples fall apart fairly quickly because they get super specific to whatever your own rough ashlar is. Right. And that's part of the challenge with this is, and probably one of the reasons why there hasn't been a ton of scaffolding cooked. We've done a lot of science as a culture, as a society over the past 250 years on human behavior. We know a lot more. So the stuff that was intuitive in Freemasonry a long time ago, because that's all they really could do was intuit, we now can connect directly back to processes that work treatments and therapies that make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So this is that. It's like, hey, now I've given you tools and the context for their use in situations that matter. Now, what are you going to do with it?
Right.
Again, without trying to like over create or over engineer a specific example, you kind of have a sense for how they might be used in your own space. And the more you use it, the more obvious their use becomes, which is kind of weird.